Well, strap yourselves in. We knew it was coming, but it is a full-on, direct, total assault on the right to keep and bear arms, the heart of our republic, one of the few rights still left. They've turned our property under property taxes into rented from the government. They have decimated family rights. They are starting forced inoculations at government training centers all over the country. They are arming to the teeth and creating swarms of new bureaucracies and sending out just huge torrential cacophonies of government locusts to eat our sustenance down to the bone. It is incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, the news I have this morning is so over the top that it has shaken me to my very core, because it confirms everything yet again of what we're facing. An authoritarian, despot, tyranny-driven, organized evil of foreign megabanks that in thousands of publications now in the last 3 years publicly brag they have conquered us through fractional reserve banking and derivatives fraud. They crow from the rooftops that we are their chattel slaves. The military has been captured by NATO and the UN. Congress has been told to stand down, and they have followed orders. Our country is seized at the federal level. The states have been predominantly federalized. The last vestiges of the old republic are being dismantled by globalist wrecking balls as we speak. The republic is down in flames, exploding in front of us. The old republic is gone. We are captured. We are overrun. Warning worldwide. The global crime syndicate intends to use the military arsenal accrued by the republic during the banker takeover transition period as a exploit weapon against the planet. We will then, of course, take the blame, be militarily destroyed down the road. That is the plan from the highest levels. And all of our analysts agree on that. We are a suicide kamikaze empire, attacking everything good, attacking everything independent, everything sovereign. From the family to human DNA itself, we are under unmitigated, unprecedented, sustained, vicious, total core of evil attack. The general public medically is in a trance. Mainline journals, you can look that up. Every disease and neurological disorder is exploding. We are under soft kill. Mayday, 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 worldwide emergency transmission. The United States is no more. The republic has been smashed and overrun and taken. They are now beginning the preparation for re-education mop-up phase of what's left of the states, counties, and cities that could be organized into a resistance. Mayday, 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 mayday. The republic is in an emergency situation. People inside the NSA, ATF, FBI are leaking the criminal plans, the re-education camps, the gun confiscation plans. The military's response at the top is to say, yes, those are real documents, big deal. Or to try to arrest the whistleblowers. We need more whistleblowing. We need everybody to choose what side they're on and to start going public if you can, if not, getting the info out, or at least not executing these orders that you're being given. That is treason, it is lawlessness, and it is the gutting of our country and our families. It is the delivery of our sad republic into the hands of the slaughterhouse of the New World Order. The republic has already been cut 1,000 times and lies in a coma. And the globalists are now preparing to use our near-lifeless corpse to launch World War III. It is beyond saddening. To see Mayor Bloomberg engage in absolute criminal rebellion and sedition against the skeleton of the old republic, to see him openly call for military coup in the United States with the traitor, phone hacker, criminal Piers Morgan, while that demonic, banker, globalist, enforcer, Michael Moore denigrates our founders and our republic and calls for scrapping the Constitution. And they call for banning all guns and saying maybe you can have a single-shot black powder gun. And, of course, they'll get those as well. It is unspeakable just how evil these people are. You notice they're billionaires, they're 100 millionaires. They get their money from the power structure that is monopolistic. They're not communists, folks. They use communists at the ground level as their siege force, as their jihadis, just like they're using al-Qaeda in Libya and Syria as their shock troops. They use the communists the same way, and I am reeling right now by the just brazen attack and the fact that people don't understand law or the Constitution or the Bill of Rights, that what Bloomberg, as a sitting mayor, it's one thing if a citizen called for this, but a sitting mayor calling for police nationwide to stand down and not respond to fires, robberies, rapes, killings, is a call for anarchy and holding us hostage, and is a call to bring the country to its knees, in his view, to hold us hostage. And that gives you an idea into his mindset. Why do these people stage these shootings or stage Fast and Furious that cause thousands of shootings and deaths? So they can have enough chaos. That's what the memos show with Fast and Furious. Here is the method out in the open because they think you're in a trance. And most of their audience is, literally. Watching television, they're in a daydream state. That's a medical fact, folks. When you suspend disbelief, you've now gone into a dream state. Now, continuing here, he's open, just like they write memos saying we need a new Oklahoma or 9/11 or mass shooting. We published that article yesterday with all their quotes to reconnect and be able to take over. They think you're stupid, so they communicate out in the open. And he was communicating with police chiefs on the show last night when he said, imagine your servants under the state constitutions, under the city charters and county charters, to go out hired by the people to protect and serve. And he says, oh, cops are being killed by guns. Actually, the #1 cause is automobile accident. Numbers of cops getting killed is actually about flat. It's higher in the 70s and 80s. Look it up. You got a better chance of, you know, a cop, I think it's like a 6-to-1 dying in a car wreck and being shot. Just being shot, not dying from the shot. And Kurt Nimmo has a big article on that. Actually, guys, I didn't bring that in. Oh, no, here it is. Something to keep in mind is hysterical gun grabbers attack the Second Amendment, and it goes over, you've got a 0.1 chance of being involved in a mass shooting of 5 or more victims. Out of the shooting statistics, you've got a 0.1 chance. The most common death by gun that they put in here is people breaking in your house or gangbangers killing each other. 20-plus times, it's like 21 on average, guns are used to frustrate crime to every time they're used in crime. And the system knows that. They just don't promote those statistics. But I don't want to digress here. The magnitude of Bloomberg, who sues gun manufacturers around the country to try to shut them down that way, using his city, that crime command center of the globalist, to try to shut down our Second Amendment, that's failed. And so he says to police, I'm going to play the clip here in a moment, he says, what you do is you just go on strike until the government and the people do what you want and ban these guns, like they've done in New York. I say call his bluff, but that is an act of terrorism. He's saying, hold us hostage. You know, next what? What are they saying next? Turn the power off? What are they saying next? You know, have us under siege? Again, but the only places this will really work is Detroit, Chicago, New York, where they've taken over, where they've restricted the guns, where they've totally banned them. L.A. would collapse within 3 days into fire and mass death. So cleanse yourselves, L.A., New York, Chicago, do it. Have your cops not be out there shaking people down for revenue generation and the rest of it, and give the green light to all your little anarchy people to start the French Revolution. You notice Batman just came out. That's what it's all about. It's about French Revolution, anarchy in New York. So go ahead. You know, where the cops aren't allowed to do anything, so this happens. Go ahead. The only place your terrorism will work is where you've made people dependent, where they're in these artificial metropolises and can't take care of themselves. And that's your model. That was your model in Fast and Furious, criminals. was to create chaos down there, and you did, and you wanted to blame our Second Amendment, but people leaked it. You see? So go ahead and show us your pure evil. Go ahead and move with your bravado and your arrogance. That we're looking for is hubris. Move with your hubris now, because what you've done is illegal. A sitting mayor has told police, that's like telling air traffic controllers to go on strike with no notice. It is an active, public, fire in the theater crime Bloomberg has committed. But don't look for Fox News to go after him. Bill Kristol has called for all semi-autos to be banned on Fox News. We have the clip of that. Rupert Murdoch has come out in a tweet and in statements and said you have no right to a semi-automatic. They should all be banned. Piers Morgan has said ban all semi-automatics. Bloomberg has said ban all guns, period. And Michael Moore has said in the last 24 hours, we have the clips, ban everything down to a single-shot, musket-loading, black powder gun. This is the coordinated attack program, and Obama's set to sign the UN treaty as early as next Monday. He's not saying exactly when. He said the next 2 weeks, a week ago. They're set to sign it. They want to get the votes in the Senate. They're launching a total attack on us. You've got a better chance of being struck by lightning than being killed by a gun. So Bloomberg is an organized crime figure, and that's what he is. And he's there in New York with the organized crime police, shaking the public down, squeezing everybody, telling you what you're going to eat, what you're going to wear, what you're going to do, selling for, $30,000 gun permits. He is a criminal. He is a mobster. He's like Mayor Daley, back in the old days, and his criminal son. And he's here muscling America. He's saying, look, police, don't help people till the crime gets so bad they agree to turn their guns in. Really, places like Kennesaw, Georgia said it was a law you had to own a gun, and they had an 89% crime rate drop, the Justice Department admitted, in 1 year. Every state that's put a concealed carry in so people understand they can carry guns. They could already carry them, but you just go through their licensing process to carry it concealed, because under common law, that's illegal. Criminals carry their weapons hidden in common law. That's where all this comes from, folks. So they go, oh, we'll give you a license for something that's illegal. Under common law, open isn't. See, but they hope everybody's ignorant about that. But in the places where they've put them in within 2 years, on average, look these up, 24% drop in violent crime. Home invasions, women jogging, some of the statistics are even greater. That's an average. Police listening are all nodding their heads. They read those crime statistics. But that sure doesn't get pushed in the media, does it? Now, I know the average police. I've talked to a lot of them. People know 10 years ago I was constantly after the police. Now more and more I've talked to so many, I've seen polls. I realize actually most of them actually understand what's happening, because we told them, plus they're on the inside, they see it all coming true. But let me just tell you something. These criminals that run this country, the offshore megabanks that brag they've conquered this country, and I've read you Time Magazine, Economist, Financial Times, I played video clips off the news. I mean, they're saying it. I played Congress being told the UN is over our military. I'm getting chills so hard. I am, folks. I'm getting chills so... In fact, if you zoomed in on me, I've got goosebumps right now. I've actually got goosebumps right now, folks. Look, I've got goosebumps. This is so bad. See that? I've got goosebumps right now.